Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, I'm so excited that you are here because we are talking about one of my favorite topics today, which is past lives. Now, if you're not familiar with me and my work, welcome. My name is Emily, also known as Emily the Mystic. I'm an Akashic Records practitioner. I am a psychic channeler. I am a spiritual healer and mentor, and I help you live the life of fun and joy as an old soul that you are desiring for yourself by doing some of the deep healing work. And so I felt really called today to make a video all about past life healing and why it's such an important part of our spiritual journey in this lifetime, and what I've come to know about that with helping hundreds of clients do this work. It is such an important part of my purpose and my mission here on this planet. And so I hope that you learn some really interesting information today, because this video is going to be jam-packed with it. So past life work represents a huge piece of the healing work that I help my clients do. And I have found in my practice that if we are addressing everything in this lifetime, we're taking a look at what's happened in our childhood, we're working with the inner child to do healing there, we're healing from our childhood wounds and our traumas, and we're not seeing a huge shift and change in our external reality, perhaps we're having trouble reaching our goals or manifesting the things that we want, it's very likely that it's because there is a past life at the root of why you're blocked from manifesting that thing that you want for yourself. The past life often ends up being the very first thing that created the situation or the energetic block that is stopping you from calling in and receiving what you desire for yourself in this lifetime, and also from just living a more joyful, anxiety-free, stress-free life. For me personally, diving into my past lives, of which I have had many, I have regressed myself into many, many lifetimes. I've had practitioners also help me do this work. Along the way, it's really created a beautiful relationship of ease with my physical body. I feel more safe in my body. I feel more relaxed. I have less stress, less anxiety, less worry. And it's also helped me with manifestation in a lot of ways, manifesting more money and abundance for myself and clearing a lot of blocks that I had around poverty and scarcity from other lifetimes. It has helped me cultivate more joyful relationships in this lifetime because I've healed a lot of karmic trauma in relationship connections, from family to romantic partners, friendships, etc. And it has really just helped me to be more authentically me in this lifetime, to let go of all of the traumatic experiences that my soul has had, but that are really Emily in this lifetime. The really interesting thing about our past lives, and the interesting thing about being multidimensional beings, is that our soul never really dies, right? Our soul continues to live multidimensionally forever across all time. Our physical body will eventually, unfortunately, die at some point in this lifetime, but our soul remains perpetually. And because of that, because our soul never really dies, there is no end point to any of our lifetimes. Therefore, you are the sum total of all of your lifetimes, past, present, and future. And by the way, I did a whole video on what past lives are and reincarnation and how to understand the multi-dimensional beingness that you are in another video, which I'm going to leave the link to below so that you can get more detailed information about that. So if you're just coming to this video and you're thinking to yourself, well, what even are past lives? Can you explain that to me, Emily? I don't even know what reincarnation is. Like, what does that mean? I want you to watch that video first, because it's going to make this video make so much more sense. And if I included all of that information into this video, this little lecture for you would end up being over an hour or more long. And I want to make sure that I am honoring your time as you watch this video. So make sure you check that out, that other video. It'll give you more detailed information about what past lives are and how to understand that part of your soul's journey. So because you are the sum total of all of your lifetimes, past, present, and future, that means that the energies, traumas, wins, and even losses are constantly energetically being relived by your soul in this body, in this timeline, in this lifetime. Because your soul never really dies, your soul knows no difference in between lifetimes. So it's almost as if for your soul, you've been living one continuous lifetime, one continuous span of time. So your soul is constantly reliving your past life trauma through any triggering events in this lifetime that are reminding your soul of what has happened in the past. So that's really exhausting for your soul, right? Because when you're constantly being reminded of what happened in the past from perhaps people who trigger you, situations that are triggering to you, or even encountering emotions in your body or the emotions of others that trigger a reminder of what happened in a past life, that's really overwhelming for your soul to have to experience all of that. And that can really stop us from being able to move forward. It can really stop, we can kind of get to a certain point in our life and we sort of reach a little bit of a glass ceiling in terms of our healing work. We're able to process so much and then we're not really able to move above and beyond that. And that ceiling can end up manifesting in terms of perhaps we feel blocked with reaching a certain amount of money or income in our lives. Perhaps we feel blocked from manifesting something specific, like moving beyond renting a house to moving into and buying a home of your own. That glass ceiling could be a relationship. Maybe you're only having short-term romantic relationships, but you haven't been able to find somebody who sticks along for the long term. Those can all be ways to know that past lives may be at work in terms of stopping you from creating what you want for yourself. So we're going to talk today about the 10 main reasons that I encounter most with my clients as to why you need to focus on past life healing work as the next stage of your journey. And past life work, by the way, can be beautifully woven in to perhaps the healing work that you're already doing. Maybe you're working a lot with your inner child, or maybe you're really working with a therapist to uncover your childhood trauma. Past life healing can be a beautiful layer or new component that once you add it in, it's going to help make all of the work you're already doing make so much more sense. Another piece of this is I find that past lives are often the root or the origination point at which your karmic trauma has been created. So therefore, things that you've experienced in this lifetime in your childhood, such as a parent who abandoned you or friends who have rejected you, often that is stemming from something that happened in a lifetime, a long, long, long time ago. And you may have even experienced that same pattern across multiple lifetimes. And it's still affecting you today. Past life trauma can also be stored in the physical body. So energetically, for example, you may experience it where you are wanting to manifest something or trying to reach a certain goal and you just feel completely blocked and you can't get there. You can't manifest the thing. You feel totally stuck. But past life trauma can also live in your physical body, in the form of phantom illnesses, physical pains, or misunderstood diagnoses. And once we get to the root of what happened in a past life that's causing the physical issue, we can miraculously begin to heal very, very quickly. I have seen clients heal from phantom illnesses and physical pain very, very quickly from becoming aware of their past lives. And the important thing to know about all of this is that, and one of my main teachings as a practitioner, is that you have chosen this particular lifetime to deal with all of the past life stuff. This is the lifetime that you pick to become the most consciously aware that you have ever been across all of your lifetimes, and to increase your awareness, to raise your consciousness, to understand more about who you are as a soul. So this lifetime, you're meant to be the cycle breaker and the pattern breaker in your own life. You're meant to be an alchemist for your trauma and all of the wounds from all lifetimes. You're meant to be a transgenerational healer for yourself and for all of the different versions of your consciousness that have come before you. And of course, we're referring to that in terms of linear time. So this lifetime, you're meant to be doing the work, and that's because you're evolving so much as a soul that you may be here to do this work to help other people. You may be here to do this past life healing work in order to create a specific goal or manifest something specific for yourself or meet somebody specific. Or you may be here to do the work in this lifetime because you may be nearing the end of your incarnation cycle here on planet Earth. This may be your last lifetime here. And as old souls, we've really reached that point in our incarnation cycle on planet Earth because we've had hundreds, if not thousands, of lifetimes already here on planet Earth. And this lifetime is the one where you're meant to deal with all that other stuff in order for your consciousness to continue to expand and for your vibration to rise and for your soul to evolve more and more and more. So how can we heal from becoming aware of our past lives? How does that really work? So I have come to understand from doing this work for clients that by simply becoming aware of what the past life was, what happened, who you were, what the circumstances were, how you were affected, how other people impacted you, and how you impacted others, by becoming aware of all of that, it brings forth a healing. Here's why. Again, this doesn't need to be complicated. All you need to do is become aware of what happened in the past. Here's an example to help illustrate this. Let's say that you're going through the course of a normal day and all of a sudden you remember that you think that you forgot that you turned your stove off in your home. And you're like, holy shit, oh my goodness, I'm so nervous that I left the stove on and my house is going to burn down and what's going to happen? So you get yourself all worked up in this like anxious state and you're really freaked out about the fact that you may or may not have left the stove on. By the way, you can't remember if you did. That's the important clue to this. You can't remember whether or not you left the stove on. So you're in this anxious state. You reach out to somebody in your family who can go to your house and check on the stove to make sure that it's turned off. They go to your house, they check on the stove, it's turned off. You remember, oh my goodness, I turned the stove off as I was putting on my coat to leave the house. And then you relax. You've got the memory, you remember turning it off, the stove is off, you relax. Your body, your soul, your consciousness has had the awareness that you have turned the stove off. So now you have the freedom to move on throughout the rest of your day without worrying about it. It is the same with past life healing. As soon as you become aware of what happened to you in a past life, and you're not really going to have a visceral memory or in the way that we think of memories in this lifetime, but as soon as your soul has some level of awareness of what happened, you're going to be able to heal from it very, very quickly. And all of a sudden, all of those random fears and phobias have completely been released. All of a sudden, you can move on, you can get your work done, you can focus on your day-to-day life, you're not as anxious anymore, you're not as stressed, and things work out for you. You manifest the things that you want, you create the things that you want. All you need is to come to the awareness again of what happened in the past life so that you can move forward and you can heal from that. So the way that I do this with my clients, I have two main portals of helping my clients with this. Either I will regress them into a past life experience through a meditation where they relive, re-experience, and see and understand what happened in the past life from a very detached perspective. And this process is very gentle, so they're never going to be re-traumatized or the experience that they have in the past life is not going to harm them or hurt them in any way in this lifetime. But being in the past life really helps them to come to a full conscious awareness and understanding of what went on in the past life so that they can fully move on from it in this lifetime. I also will tell clients what happened to them in a past lifetime. The guides, when I do Akashic Records readings, will nudge me or tell me or show me a movie scene in my head, and I report that to the client. And they have like a bit of a relaxation response in the body. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I got it. You're right. Not even you're right, Emily, but yes, the soul understands, has that awareness. It can relax and it can have that moment where it knows the stove is has been turned off. It's okay. We're good. We can move forward. So depending on the client's unique needs, we may need to go back to see it, or they may just need to be told about it. And I allow the guides to tell me as the practitioner what to do in order to facilitate their best experience. I have found that the most well-rounded, deep way to really uncover all of the aspects to what may be going on, because this stuff is so layered and there's so many dimensions to it, that it's usually the best to take them back in time to see the past life for themselves. And that can be very, very healing for the client overall. So that's generally what I prefer to do rather than just tell someone what has happened. They seem to get more out of it, and the healing seems to be more complete with that. But again, I allow the guides to tell me what to do. So let's talk now about what are the 10 reasons why you may need past life healing, and how to know if working with me or another practitioner who specializes in past life work can really make a big difference in your own life. So the first main reason why past life healing may be the thing that you need is if you have unexplained fears or phobias, particularly irrational fears or phobias, meaning the ones that cannot be explained. You have no reason why you're afraid of that thing and have no childhood memories or trauma from this lifetime to explain why you are scared of that thing. So some examples could be fear of water, deep water swimming, fear of heights, claustrophobia, which is the fear of small spaces, fears of spiders or insects, bugs in general, or even really random fears. Like I have a niece who's deathly afraid of chickens. That is 100% an irrational past life fear that has no connection to any events that have happened to her in this lifetime. Some other ones could be fear of driving over bridges, the fear of certain animals, or the fear of certain things happening to you. One of the main ways that you can start to understand whether a past life fear may be blocking you in this lifetime is if you're thinking about what you want to, your goals and what you want to manifest for yourself next, ask yourself, what is my greatest fear if I were to manifest this thing? What is my greatest fear that could happen along the way of manifesting this thing? And that fear is going to give you a huge clue into what past lives are affecting you today. For example, if you are afraid of judgment or criticism from others, that is very likely rooted in a past life. If you are afraid of being seen for your true self, that is very, very likely rooted in a past life. If you have an unexplained fear of being abandoned or rejected by others, that's not rooted in childhood in this lifetime, or maybe it happened in this lifetime, but you know that it goes deeper than that, that is likely coming from a past life. For me personally, one of my biggest fears and phobias in this lifetime is deep water. And it's completely unexplained. I learned how to swim when I was a kid. I didn't have any drowning experiences when I was a kid. And in fact, I swam in deep water as a child without any fear or any issues. As an adult, all of a sudden, I randomly started having this fear of swimming in deep water without any explanation at all. And so when I started doing this work and took myself into past lives, I discovered I've had many lifetimes where I drowned or was forced to drown because of other people. Or lifetimes in Atlantis where I died in the floods. And so learning about that and having my soul understand that fear of deep water is not from a trauma in this lifetime has helped me be able to enjoy swimming and being able to go to the beach and get in the ocean and swim around without the fear of being swept away. So that's how it's really impacted me. So if you have fears that are really stopping your life, such as you can't get on a plane because you're afraid of what could happen and therefore you're not traveling, even though you desperately desire to travel, or you have a major theme around fear of claustrophobia, and so therefore you are really actively avoiding crowds or being in small spaces, even though you really want to go to that rooftop bar at the top of some major skyscraper, and it means that you need to take an elevator, or you desperately want to see a specific artist in concert, but you're afraid of crowds. It's very, very likely that is rooted in a past life. And again, if this is really holding you back from enjoying yourself in this lifetime, it's something that we need to take a look at. The next reason why you may need past life healing is that you keep attracting the same pattern or the same situation or circumstance over and over and over again. It has become a pattern. You keep attracting the same situation or even relationship, the same person within your relationships. And I'll give you a few examples here as to what this could be. Let's say that you keep attracting jobs where you are not treated well. And in fact, you are bullied by your boss or your employees. And no matter what job you get, you're always treated poorly. And you can't explain why that is happening to you. You always have an aggressive, angry boss who doesn't treat you well. That is very likely rooted in a past life where you were persecuted by somebody in power. Another example of this could be if you are wanting to create a business, and creating a business requires showing up on social media, and you're not consistent with posting on social media no matter what you do. You get yourself in a habit for a week and then you fall off track. So you're attracting that same pattern of not being consistent. It's likely because there is a past life situation where you were persecuted for being your true self, or even harmed, hurt, or killed. And therefore, being seen for being your true self and sharing your truth and speaking your message is hard for you in this lifetime because your soul is fearing death from a past lifetime. So that's another example of attracting the same situation or pattern of behavior for yourself. I have a friend who recently confessed to me that she seems to attract weird situations where she feels like she's in a cult, whether that be finding a spiritual leader who makes her feel uncomfortable at a certain point, or starting work at a new company and feeling like there is a cult-like culture where the boss requires complete submission to them in different ways. And that to me is 100% rooted in past life trauma. Another repeating pattern that a lot of people have is calling in the same type of person in your relationships, such as repeatedly dating the same type of partner. You're not dating the same person, but you're dating the same type of person. For me, I was repeatedly attracting partners who were cheating on me in this lifetime, and I couldn't understand why that was happening until I discovered that I had a major traumatic event happen where a partner cheated on me in a past life. And until I healed from that, I wasn't able to attract a partner who is able to love me and be loyal and faithful to me in this lifetime. Another pattern of attracting the same type of person could be attracting friends who are very manipulative or who are energy vampires and who dump all of their burdens and their problems on you. And you can't seem to figure out why you can't attract friends where there's a very reciprocal relationship where you're both giving and receiving equally, energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, etc. That can definitely be rooted in a past life. So if you've got one pattern that you're repeating over and over and over again, no matter what you do, you keep finding yourself in the same situation every year, every month, whatever it is, it's very likely that it's something that's rooted in a past life. The next main reason why you may need past life healing is if you have a major challenge with a specific relationship in this lifetime, such as a major challenge or issue with a parent, a sibling, an extended family member, a child of yours, or somebody else, another relationship that is creating a major challenge for you. And no matter what you do, you can't seem to create a sense of peace and safety within that relationship. And it's something that's really causing pain and challenge and stress in your life, such as having a challenging relationship with a sibling or a challenging relationship with even your in-laws, for example, if you're married, or a challenging relationship with a friend that never seems to get better. That is a big indicator that there is some past life karma that you are meant to work on in this life and some lessons that you're meant to learn in that relationship so that you can heal and be able to come to a whole new state of being in a whole new relationship in this lifetime. And part of that is letting go of what we think the relationship is supposed to be or what we think the relationship is going to look like. And once we're able to do that, we're able to come to a sense of understanding that the relationship may not be exactly this ideal picture perfect representation of what a friend or a sibling or a parent-child relationship is going to be, but that once you've figured out where you need to heal, you can come to a deeper state of peace in connection with that person. So that's another reason why you may need past life healing if you have major challenges with a specific person that have probably been lived out for many, many lifetimes. Reason number 4 why you may need past life healing is if you have random, unexplained physical issues, such as health issues, such as random pain or random physiological issues that have no explanation from the medical world. So some examples of that could be having random pain in your body where no matter how many MRIs you've had or CAT scans or x-rays or times you've been to the doctor, you can't shake this pain in your left shoulder or your right hip. It just will not go away. That is very likely rooted in a past life. For me, I was having random heart palpitations for months and months and months, no matter how many cardiologists I saw or heart tests they did, and saw that my heart was healthy, I couldn't figure out why my heart was having this annoying palpitation issue until I found the past life that was the root cause of what was going on. If you have a lot of medical anxiety, if you're generally healthy and have a lot of medical anxiety or worry about your body, it is very, very likely that that medical anxiety is rooted in a past life, perhaps one where you were experimented on or one where you were even put in a mental institution and seen as and were made to perceive that you were crazy. It's another reason why you may need past life healing. I had a client whose son had major digestive issues and pain in his stomach. And so when we learned what the past life was, specifically he was stabbed in the stomach as the captain of a ship, all of a sudden his stomach issues completely turned around and he no longer needs any of the medications that he was taking for his digestive issues anymore. So past lives can often energetically be the root cause of why we have random physical issues that we cannot explain. This specifically, like for example, there are medical issues that we can explain, and if you are part of this, if you are used to the spiritual rhetoric around disease being the manifestation of dis-ease within the body caused by trauma and so forth, you will realize that that trauma can also be rooted in past lives. Especially if, again, your medical issues are unexplained and doctors have not been able to help you or figure out what is going on. It is definitely worth exploring whether a past life could have caused that issue. You could have been stabbed, you could have been harmed, hurt, or killed in that area of your body, and it's a very sensitive area of your body to your soul. So coming to that awareness can help you to heal. The next reason why you may need past life healing is if you have major money problems, a scarcity mindset, trouble attracting money, holding money, or receiving money. If you have money issues in this lifetime, they are very likely rooted in a past life. You may be repaying karmic debt in this lifetime if you have a hard time holding on to money. You may have had lifetimes of poverty or scarcity where you didn't have a lot and therefore it's hard for you to attract money in this lifetime. Your soul may unconsciously feel unworthy of money because of things that you may have done in past lives, such as lifetimes where you've been a perpetrator or you've harmed or hurt other people, which that can happen, you guys. We are not all 100% energetically good across all lifetimes. So there may be some traumas there from past lives, or you may have lost it all. Perhaps you had money stolen from you in a past lifetime, so your soul's afraid of attracting more in this lifetime for fear of what could happen to it or what could happen to you. Perhaps you were rich in a past life and you died at the height of your monetary success. Therefore, your soul associates death with money, and it's terrified to have as much wealth and success as you had in that past lifetime. So past lives, again, can be very much the cause for why we don't have the money and the success that we want in this lifetime. Another thing that can cause that is also lifetimes where you were persecuted, harmed, hurt, or killed for being your true self. Perhaps you're hiding in this lifetime and you're not in the right career for you, or you're not showing yourself on social media if you're an entrepreneur, or you're staying invisible at your office. So therefore you can't attract a promotion or a raise or more money. You may have had issues where, again, you were killed for being seen in a past life, and therefore it's traumatizing to your soul to be seen in this lifetime. So that can be another reason why we need past life healing, is to help us with our money issues. Another reason why you may need past life healing is if you are trying to reach a certain goal or manifest something specific, but you feel totally blocked and stuck. You've been doing all the work, you've been taking a line to action, perhaps you've been even doing some work to heal from this lifetime, you've been working with your inner child, you've tried it all, but you seem, no matter what you do, you feel totally stuck. Or perhaps you're going through a little bit of a rut in your life, meaning you're not moving forward, you're not growing, you're not evolving. There could be a reason why you're staying there, because your soul feels safe there and it's afraid of repeating circumstances that could have happened in a past life, such as, again, if you were killed at the height of your success, or your loved one, your romantic partner in a past life who you loved dearly, died when you were successful, or died when you achieved something, or perhaps people abandon you in past lives, and so you're afraid of being alone in this lifetime if you achieve your goal, or you manifest, whatever it is that you're desiring for yourself. That is a huge cause. That is a huge reason why you may need past life healing, is if you just feel totally stuck, or blocked from being able to move forward. Again, you're doing all of the other work, and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get to the root of what is really going on. You've been in the same place for a while. Another reason, number 7, why you may need past life healing is if you have extreme aversions to certain things, objects, places, historical time periods, etc. If there is a period of history that you despise and there is no concrete reason why you would despise it in this lifetime, or a period of history that you just like you cannot stand, that is a big indicator that something traumatizing happened in a past life that you need to take a look at in this lifetime. For example, if no matter what, you can't stand ancient Egyptian history, even though your friends love talking about ancient Egypt, big indicator that something terrible happened during your lifetime in ancient Egypt that you need to heal from in this lifetime. And again, there may be other reasons why that lifetime is impacting you today. Perhaps you also are manifesting physical issues, or that past lifetime in ancient Egypt is blocking you from manifesting your divine life partner because somebody abandoned you in that lifetime. So, aversions to historical time periods, it may not just be that. There may be other things that are going on behind the scenes that are impacting your life today. If you have aversions to certain objects, like you can't even look at a needle, you can't look at a sword, you can't look at little holes in the wall because they are so repulsive to you, you can't eat certain foods, and there is no reason why, it's very likely that that is rooted in a past life issue. If you desperately do not want to travel to a certain location in this world, such as there's a country that you just cannot, no matter what, you have no desire to go there, or perhaps you have to go to a specific place, but you're really feeling resistant to it, it's very likely that that is rooted in a past life issue. Reason number 8, why you may need past life healing, is if you don't feel like you are fully living up to your potential. So you know that you're capable of so much. You've seen yourself achieve really great goals, but no matter what you do, you feel like, I'm just kind of running in the middle of the road here in this lifetime. I want more money. I want a more aligned relationship. I want more friendships. I want all of these different things. And you just feel like, I'm not quite there. And you kind of feel frustrated that you're sort of in this same place and space in this lifetime. It's very likely that past lives are the root cause. Again, you were probably harmed, hurt, or killed for something in a past life, and therefore your soul is fearing growing, being seen, being successful, wanting more, creating more, having more, for fear of it all being lost, for fear of somebody stealing it, for fear of being seen as a fraud, being taken advantage of, and having it all fly out the window. So once you get to the root of what happened, it will create space for you to change your ways of being, your habits, your ways of seeing yourself, your beliefs, so that you can manifest that thing that you want. Next reason why you may need past life healing is if you literally cannot take action towards your goals, no matter what you do. You're totally stuck in the freeze trauma response. And you sit at your desk day in and day out knowing that you need to apply for new jobs, or knowing that you need to give somebody a phone call and have a conversation with them, but you're desperately afraid of doing that, or you know that you need to do it, but you just can't take action on that thing. Very likely that past lives are the root cause of why you feel so stuck and why you are procrastinating and having a hard time taking action, especially over a large period of time. Now, there can be other reasons for why this is happening, of course, but past lives can definitely be a reason why you feel like no matter what you do, you can't consistently post on social media, or no matter what you do, you can't get yourself to go out on a date on the weekend or even go out and meet new people, or no matter what you do, you can't have constructive conversations with people because you're afraid of what they're going to think of you. So many ways that this can show up. And finally, the last reason why you may need past life healing is if you cannot access your intuition, or if you can access your intuition, but not to the full extent that you know that you are capable of. So if you feel blocked from your intuitive gifts, or a specific intuitive gift like clairvoyance or clairaudience or claircognizance, and you want to have that intuitive gift expressed more deeply in this lifetime, it is likely that a past life is causing you to not be able to have access to that intuitive gift. There could be religious trauma from that, stemming from past lives, that there could be persecution trauma from past lives, there could be fear of channeling the wrong thing or knowing the wrong thing, or your predictions not coming true or coming true and knowing too late. And there could be a fear of your soul having access to that gift again if it steered you wrong in a past life, or if something bad happened in a past life because of your intuition and your psychic intuitive gifts. All right, my friends. Well, that was such a long video. I hope you learned so much from it about past lives. There is so much to discover in terms of past lives, and I am uncovering even more in my own life about what past lives have impacted me and my own journey. And so, because as a past life expert, and because I have seen so much of my own success grow and shift because of doing past life work and the work that I do one-on-one with clients, I decided to create an incredible group container to help to facilitate this past life work so that you can heal from all of the things that I have mentioned so far in this video. And this beautiful group container is called the Embodied Priestess. It is a 12-week group mentorship where we will be going deep into the depths of your shadow and your past lives to uncover what's blocking you from the success, the money, the abundance, the alignment, the joy, the fulfillment, the fun that you want to receive in this lifetime. And so if you think of 12 weeks where you're actively doing this work, you're discovering your past lives, what happened to you, what could be impacting your lifetime today, you will know that over those 12 weeks, you're going to have a massive transformation and a massive up level when we get rid of all of this energetic gunk from your auric field, and your soul knows what has happened to you so that you can relax, let it go, and be able to move forward in your life feeling so clear and so excited and so aligned with where life is taking you. So the Embodied Priestess begins in March. So it is at the beginning of February as I'm filming this video. So you can absolutely still join us. Check the link in the caption below to learn more about this mentorship and how we will be doing past life work together. And I cannot wait for you to step into this amazing container if it feels aligned for you to work with your past lives at this time in your life. Otherwise, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, comment below your thoughts, what resonated with you, any aha moments or moments of clarity that you had from watching this video. I love to hear that, and I cannot wait to connect with you and hear about your past life journey. I'm sending you so much love. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will chat soon.